Let's talk housing now. Record high rental prices in the GTA are likely to continue to increase, although not at the same pace seen last year.
According to new numbers out of Urbanation, rents across the GTA rose by about 17% last year after soaring in the first 6 months of the year. So joining us now for a look at what's taking shape is Shaun Hildebrand, the president of Urbanation. Shaun, thanks for joining us this morning. When you take a look at your numbers and you see that, $2,000 was kind of that threshold for rent, the scarcity of $2,000 rental units in the city, what kind of a concern is that when it comes to what you're seeing in the city?
Oh, for sure. It's concerning. Rents had one of their strongest years on record in 2022, up 17%. The average monthly cost of a condo rental is $2,750. When we looked at the number of units that were leasing for less than $2,000 a month, it has dropped 87% since where it was in 2019. Only 1% of condos now are renting for less than $2,000 a month. So it's concerning that rents have risen this far, but it's also important to take it into context that rents actually declined in 2020 and 2021. So when you look at the average rate of growth over the last 3 years, it's been about 3%. So it's actually below the general rate of inflation. It's certainly below developer costs and landlord costs that have risen much higher than that over the last few years. But definitely, when you look at rents today, they're up significantly from where they were, a few years ago.
And Shaun, do you see that this, relief or decrease in rent is going to be here for a while? How long do you expect this to last?
Well, rents have started to level out a little bit towards the end of last year. I don't think it's going to last. There's usually a bit of a seasonal low during the winter. But if you look at the drivers of rental housing demand right now, they really don't show any signs of slowing down, right? The biggest driver right now is immigration. We're seeing a surge in new residents coming into the GTA. We have record high immigration targets over the next few years, so that's certain to continue. And the new immigrants that are coming in also have higher income earning potential than they did in the past. They're being targeted for skilled areas of the economy. They're able to pay more in terms of rent, and in many cases, not able to buy, both due to high prices and high interest rates. So when you have a combination of more population flowing into the city and more restrictive lending and buying for homes, you're going to obviously put more pressure on the rental market, which is what we're seeing right now. So our expectation is that's going to continue. When we looked at the vacancy rate in Toronto, it's 1.5%. We're definitely not building enough homes. The number of rentals that started construction last year dropped nearly 60% year over year. So high interest rates are not only having an impact on housing prices, but they're certainly having an impact on pushing up rental demand and also slowing down rental construction, unfortunately.
All right, it really is an interesting market to sort of follow and watch right now. Shaun Hildebrand, president of Urbanation, joining us live. Shaun, appreciate the time this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.